A video circulating on social media shows a thief being caught on a flight. The incident occurred on a Mahan Air flight from Tehran to Dubai. A Chinese man was caught trying to steal items from the overhead compartment, and an Iranian passenger immediately confronted him, slapping him multiple times. The video shows the Chinese man reaching into the overhead bin above his seat while the owner of the items filmed from behind. When the theft was noticed, the Iranian passenger quickly stood up, accused the man of stealing, and pressed the seat alarm to alert the crew. He then slapped the thief multiple times, drawing the attention of other passengers and causing a commotion. In the end, the thief was escorted to the front of the plane, and the stolen items were recovered by other passengers. The incident sparked widespread discussion on social media, with many reminding travelers to keep their valuables safe during flights and not place them in the overhead compartments. A comment pointed out that there have been similar thefts on flights heading to Europe or transferring through Dubai, involving Chinese passengers. Another user warned that Middle Eastern countries impose strict penalties for theft, including imprisonment and deportation. The Chinese theft on flights has also been reported in multiple countries. Some online users commented, "Chinese thieves stealing globally." For instance, on August 8th at around 5:30 a.m., the Singapore police received a report about a theft in the business class of a flight from Dubai to Singapore. A 25-year-old Chinese man was accused of stealing a bag from the overhead compartment while the victim was asleep. The victim's wife caught him in the act and confronted him, after which he quickly returned the bag. Upon landing at Changi Airport, the man was arrested. Earlier on June 2nd, a similar theft took place on a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore. After the incident, two Chinese nationals, Liu Xitang, 35, and Wang Wei, 40, were charged with conspiracy to commit theft. According to Singaporean media, in the first 5 months of this year, 3 people were charged with onboard theft, compared to just 1 during the same period last year. The airport police are now using big data analysis to identify potential suspects sooner. In 2024, it was reported that a retired Chinese paramilitary officer surnamed Han became a key figure in an international air theft ring. Taiwanese media reported that a man surnamed Han was caught stealing from overhead compartments on flights. Over the course of 3 months, he managed to steal foreign currencies from various countries, leaving behind countless numbers of victims. In January 2024, Taiwan's police received a tip and, in February, apprehended the thief at Taiwan's Taoyuan International Airport. According to the Taiwan Aviation Police Bureau, in January 2024, they were notified by a Singaporean tourist who had lost 60,000 new Taiwan dollars in cash while traveling to Taiwan. The victim discovered that his cash has been replaced with a stack of masks in his bag, causing his trip to be ruined. After investigating the case, the police identified Han, a Chinese national, as the main suspect. Han had accomplices who acted as lookouts and resold the stolen goods. After each theft, the stolen items were quickly transferred to his associates, making it difficult for authorities to catch them red-handed. The police followed the suspects for over a month, gathering evidence. In February 2024, they launched a cross-border operation and arrested Han and his accomplice, surnamed Xiao, as their flight landed in Taiwan. They recovered stolen currencies from various countries, including Arabia, India, the Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Vietnam, Singapore, and more. Authorities suspect that the 2 men were part of an organized air theft ring. After his arrest, Han confessed that he had trained under a master in Sichuan known as Baldy, and paid 30,000 RMB to learn the trade. Since October 2023, he had been flying on various Asian airlines to steal, but had only taken small amounts of cash until this arrest in Taiwan. He now faces serious charges for grand theft. This incident has sparked discussions among overseas Chinese social media users, with some pointing to it as an example of traditional Chinese Communist Party culture spreading internationally. Some comments online included, "Stealing is a part of the Communist Party's traditional culture, now spreading this communist culture across borders, making waves internationally. While you're still discussing whether visa-free entry should be for 1 or 3 months, the country is already flooded with criminals from the homeland. The Communist Party culture of stealing, deceiving, and swindling leads globally. Even theft can be internationalized, and is far stronger than you think. Countries like Malaysia, Singapore, and the United Arab Emirates have visa exemptions for China, leading to an increasing number of Chinese nationals entering, bringing with them a host of problems. Stealing is a crime, but when Chinese people go abroad, there are also many actions that violate social etiquette. For example, cutting in line, and when pointed out, they argue back aggressively, making a scene without realizing their own disgrace. Recently, a video filmed at Universal Studios Singapore has gained widespread attention. In the video, a Chinese family is seen bypassing the line and cutting in front of other visitors, which angered some of the people present. The woman involved then started cursing and arguing back at a local Chinese person who criticized her, all in front of her child. The woman kept swearing, and her family joined in, while the local Chinese person responded calmly. After the video spread online, it sparked heated discussions.
Wow.
Wow, no problem. You're so bold and loud when cutting in line. Wow, you're unbeatable at cutting in line.
What is wrong with us Chinese? So what? Are we embarrassing you? You're the one who is scum. We Chinese have to take care of you like we're feeding stray animals.
Yeah, right. You're so great. Cutting in line and being loud is the best. It's fine. I'm live streaming. Everyone shout louder.
What? You think I can't live stream just because you're doing it? Without us Chinese, you are nothing. You look like scum. What's wrong with Chinese people? We didn't embarrass you. I'll throw money at you until you're dead.
Wow, that's impressive.
Of course it is. I have a 13-year-old child. Why would you argue with him?
Such good manners. Look at them. A mother and son cutting in line. The child also joins in, as if you have good manners, talking in that sarcastic tone. It's fine.
Didn't I line up? Why are you arguing with my child?
In another part of the conversation,
Without Chinese people, you're nothing.
okay, you're great. Chinese people are great.
Of course we're great.
Chinese are the best.
You don't even look like a man or woman. You're so great. I am not afraid of you to film me.
Okay, keep going.
You're embarrassing Chinese people. Your mum is not Chinese. Are you even Chinese? What about my 3 kids?
I didn't say anything about your child. Cutting in line and being the loudest.
Who cut your line?
Right, you didn't cut in line. No problem. Cutting in line is fine.
Are Chinese people embarrassing you, or are they drinking or eating off you?
Why are you shouting when I told you not to cut in line?
Who hasn't lined up? Who cut in line? Did you see me cutting in line?
Wow, impressive.
You don't have eyes, do you?
Fine, you didn't cut in line. No problem. The incident quickly sparked online discussions, with some users commenting, PRC everywhere problem, suggesting that Chinese people often cause trouble while traveling abroad. Another netizen said, it's sad that her child also behaves like this. There's no hope for them. Others expressed relief that Taiwan hasn't opened up for individual tourism from mainland China, saying, when Chinese people go abroad, they act recklessly. When they stay home, they're obedient like leeks. One netizen commented, I just returned from a business trip in India. Despite having a population of over 1 billion, Indians never cut in line. This is something Chinese people need to learn from them. Another comment said, Chinese people really have no manners, leading by a wide margin. In fact, this behavior isn't just seen abroad. Foreign tourists in China have also complained about similar issues. A vlogger interviewed an Italian tourist visiting China, who candidly shared their frustrations with crowded spaces, pushing, cutting in line, shouting, and screaming.
They scream. Yeah. When they talk, they scream.
When asked about the differences between China and Japan, Italian tourists immediately responded, night and day. The Japanese don't speak loudly and are very polite. One netizen commented, Chinese people show their ugly side wherever they go, and they even take pride in it. Some might ask, aren't you Chinese? Yes, I feel embarrassed to be Chinese. Mr. Wang, a Malaysian Chinese who was born and raised in China, said that China has thousands of years of highly developed civilization and a tradition of valuing virtue and kindness. However, after the Chinese Communist Party (CCP) took power, movements like the Cultural Revolution destroyed traditional culture. Mr. Wong added that many young Chinese people, brainwashed by the party's culture, display arrogant behavior when abroad, which tarnishes the image of Chinese people. This is very sad and makes overseas Chinese feel ashamed. But he emphasized that this is not the true nature of Chinese people. This is the CCP's doing. The CCP is not China, and it is not Chinese people. Distinguish between the two. Chinese people had traditional moral education in the past, knowing where the line is, enduring difficulties, and understanding that there is divine justice. But after decades of brainwashing, Chinese people no longer believe in God or retribution. When conflicts arise, they don't look at their own faults and immediately seek to fight back. When they go abroad, they cause problems. This behavior mirrors the CCP's wolf warrior diplomacy, he said. The woman who cut in line with her child and then responded aggressively to critics is setting a bad example for her child. This phenomenon also frequently appears within China. On the evening of August 7th, a fight broke out on the Southern Airlines flight from Shenzhen to Dalian, triggered by a child pushing the seat in front of him. A video posted by a netizen shows that the boy kept pushing the seat of the female passenger in front of him. After multiple warnings, the female passenger scolded the boy. The boy then deliberately bumped into her, causing her earphones to fall. When the plane landed, a physical altercation broke out, with the female passenger being surrounded and beaten by the boy's family of 4. The video shows the female passenger shouting, "Call the police, call the police. He pushed me." The boy's mother responded, "He's just a child, you're being too much." The scene attracted a crowd of onlookers, with some passengers trying to intervene. The incident has sparked heated online discussions. One netizen commented, "Parents who don't educate their children will have others do it when they're not around. You say he's just a child, but he knows he's misbehaving. With parents protecting him, he thinks nothing will happen, so he becomes even more unruly." This isn't the only issue. Chinese tourists abroad have even caused trouble over eating instant noodles. Recently, a Chinese couple traveling on an international flight asked the flight attendants for hot water for their instant noodles, but were refused, accusing the airline of forcing them to buy their products. Thailand's airline has its own instant noodles. If we don't buy their products, they won't give us hot water. We need to use our own cups to get it. One vlogger commented that this situation is reasonable for budget airlines. If you buy my products, I'll give you hot water. If not, I won't. This also makes business sense. However, what happened next was surprising. Let me ask you, is it true that if I don't buy anything, I won't get hot water? Are you sure? I just want to confirm. Can I get hot water if I don't buy anything? The flight attendant then said that they could pour water for his noodles. The flight attendant replied, "Yes, I can pour it. Please wait a moment." Eventually, the chief flight attendant arrived, and the man asked again. The attendant replied that he could not, and mentioned that the staff could call the police for his behavior. The man continued to ask the same question. He then asked again. The man filmed the entire exchange with his phone, and his wife joined in the conversation. The two Chinese passengers kept pressing the issue. The female passenger also complained that she had thrown away a cup of milk tea she bought at the airport before boarding, wasting 30 RMB, because it wasn't allowed on the plane. By the time the flight landed in China, airport staff demanded that the passengers delete the video they uploaded. The couple was detained for an hour with the police present.
They don't understand, fine, but we are Chinese. I'm 7 months pregnant. I need to use the bathroom.
If anything happens, none of you at the airport will get away with it. I will definitely protect my legitimate rights. The video shows that the woman was pregnant and had low blood sugar, yet her husband continued to shout loudly, causing trouble. In a similar incident in Hong Kong, a passenger said,
I want to know, at a Hong Kong tea restaurant, is it mandatory for everyone to order a drink? Can I just order something else, something more expensive? I just ordered one drink because I was the only one who wanted it, but the other 3 didn't. The waiter insisted that I order 4 drinks because we didn't meet the minimum consumption standard. I told them the minimum consumption written on the menu was the price for 4 drinks, which was 80 Hong Kong dollars, right? But we spent over 100, even 200. Doesn't that exceed the minimum? They still insisted we order the drinks. If that's the rule of the tea restaurant, I won't argue, but I'm just really angry.
A vlogger commented that the drink charge is essentially a seating fee and part of the business rules in places like Hong Kong and Japan, where space is limited. It's understandable. Recently, another video went viral, showing a Chinese tourist arguing aggressively with Thai flight attendants over a flight delay. In the video, the passenger repeatedly demanded that the attendants speak Chinese, and the situation got out of control.
I want to change to another flight. What do you want to do? Please speak in Chinese. Don't speak to me in Thai. Find someone who speaks Chinese. Can we get off? We want to get off the plane.
The video spread widely on social media, sparking online discussions. Some people understand that passengers may become emotional during a flight delay, but they argue that demanding flight attendants to speak Chinese was unreasonable, especially when the attendants had already indicated they didn't understand. The passengers' insistence, including shouting, "Don't bully Chinese people," not only hurt her personal image, but also made some viewers feel embarrassed. Many felt that if she wanted Chinese-speaking service, she should have chosen a Chinese airline, rather than making such demands on a foreign flight. On the other hand, some netizens defended the passenger, saying that airlines should provide more diverse services, especially in handling delays and ensuring communication with passengers during such situations. Commentator Yue Shan believes that in any crowd, there will be various conflicts. From several similar incidents, he points out that while passengers have their rights, it's often the behavior of Chinese passengers that is uncivilized, reflecting intense emotions and a combative mindset, which can escalate situations. He argues that what Chinese people need most is to improve their personal cultivation, with the core being to reconnect with their cultural roots, which emphasize faith and morality. If people can follow basic moral principles and universal values like conscience, society will experience fewer negative events, and the image of Chinese people will naturally improve.